This is a Squiz podcast. We're your shortcut to being informed.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Amanda Bauer. It's Thursday, July 15. In Squiz Kids today, lockdown extended for Sydney, exam cheats pardoned, Usain Bolt beaten by a computer, and Mando dominates. That's what's making news, kids style.
The lowdown.
We thought it would happen and now it's official. The lockdown for Greater Sydney and surrounding regions has been extended until at least the 30th of July, meaning that school kids there will be doing at least the first 3 weeks of Term 3 remotely. What a bummer. And Victoria is on high alert after 8 new local cases were reported in Melbourne. This Delta variant of the coronavirus is definitely making things tricky because it's so contagious. And it's not just Australia that's worried about it. It's also causing case numbers to rise again in the United States after months of decline. And in France yesterday, more than 1 million people made vaccination appointments in just one day, after the government announced that, starting next month, people wanting to go to a restaurant, shopping mall, or get on a plane or train would have to show a pass proving that they were vaccinated or had recently tested negative. So even though COVID is causing a lot of problems, it's also prompting some positive action. And sometimes you just gotta look at the positives in a tough situation.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Algeria, North Africa, where yesterday the president pardoned dozens of high school students who'd been jailed for cheating on their exams. Yeah, you heard me right. Kids in their final year of high school were caught cheating on their final exams and were put in jail a few weeks back. President Abdelmajid Tebboune decided yesterday to release them in time for them to spend the Muslim holiday Eid with their families. Cheating on exams has been a huge problem in Algeria for the last 5 years. After massive scandals in 2016 and 2017, when students had shared leaked questions and answers on social media, the government responded by shutting down the entire internet for the whole country during the 5-day exam period. That's what's happened every year since then, but even so, at least 64 people were charged with cheating this year, and they were sent to jail. Yikes.
Sport time.
When you hear the name Usain Bolt, what do you think? Fastest man in the world? 100-metre world record holder? Olympic gold medalist 8 times over? Pride of Jamaica? I bet you didn't think used cars. But yesterday, Usain Bolt came out of retirement to run just one race, which was really an advertisement for the American company CarMax, which buys and sells used cars online. CarMax had launched a campaign saying that it would give people Usainly fast offers for their used cars and challenged Usain to an 800-metre race. His competitor? A customer who had to get an online quote for selling her car before Usain crossed the finish line. And so they both did some stretches at the starting line, then the customer sat down with her smartphone and Usain started running. A big clue that this wasn't a serious race is that there was no clock or official time, and it seemed awfully convenient that Usain crossed the line just seconds after the customer got her quote. The race was live streamed on Usain's Facebook page, and I've put a link in your episode notes. Speaking of famous athletes, tennis champ Naomi Osaka also turned her athletic appeal into commercial success this week when a Barbie doll in her likeness sold out within hours of launching. Holding a tennis racket and wearing the same outfit Naomi wore when she won the Australian Open this year, the doll cost $29.99 US. Naomi didn't play in this year's French Open or Wimbledon for mental health reasons, but she's expected to take the court again in front of a home crowd at the Tokyo Olympics. There's a link in your episode notes if you'd like to check her out in Barbie form.
Pop Culture Corner.
Star Wars and Marvel fans rejoice. The Mandalorian, Disney series about a bounty hunter in the Star Wars universe, won 24 Emmy nominations yesterday, tied for the highest number of nominations with the Netflix series The Crown, which is a drama about the British royal family. The Emmys are the most prestigious TV awards in America. The second highest nominations were for WandaVision, which is part of the Marvel universe, and also owned by Disney. So it was a great day for Disney. The winners will be announced in September. This is the way.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question 1. Which country announced that a vaccination pass would be required to go to a restaurant? Oui, it was France. Question 2. What sold out within hours of launching this week? You got it. Naomi Osaka's Barbie doll. And question 3. It's always a bad idea to cheat on exams, but where can you go to jail for it? That's right, Algeria.
Shout outs.
It's July 15, and on this day in 1799, the Rosetta Stone was discovered. Basically, picture a gigantic stone dictionary with the same decree carved into it in Egyptian hieroglyphics, Egyptian script, and ancient Greek. Before it was discovered, no one knew what the ancient Egyptian symbols meant, so it was kind of a key that unlocked the past. Today is also the birthday of kid actor Ian Armitage, who played young Shaggy in Scoob and is starring in the upcoming Paw Patrol movie. It's also a special day for these Squiz Kids celebrating a birthday today. Sarah and Stella from Albany Hills, Banjo from Freshwater, Jennifer and Koji from Abbotsford, Marcus from Templestowe, Lucy and Mia from Blackman's Bay, and Josie from Cherry Brook. Belated birthday returns go to Edie from Wahroonga, Momo from Abbotsford, Ivy from Camp Hill, Quinn from Cronulla, and Aylin, who's listening to Squiz Kids all the way from the Maldives. Classroom shout-outs today go to 2T and 4B at Beecroft Primary School, Miss Barker's Year 4 class from St Bridget's in Coonamble, Class 3-4V at Stanmore Public School, Class 3AD at Our Lady Queen of Peace in Greystanes, and finally, Miss Hamilton's 5-6L class at New Lambton Public School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout-out, or if you want a classroom shout-out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au. That's all we have time for today. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.
Squiz Kids is proudly supported by the Judith Neilson Institute for Journalism and Ideas.
Squiz Kids.
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.